Hello future tech leaders, I am Sindhuja. Based on my own experience, I know that learning the right skills can shape our future. What if I say learning was as thrilled as the tech world itself? There we go. A cloud foundation, that's exactly what you will experience. From day one, you will be immersed in the interactive sessions and expert-led courses that covers most of the widely used technologies in the zone of data science to cloud computing, which brings more light to the life of a techie. I'm so excited to help you and unlock the true potential of a technology. Well, then why to wait? Let's see what it unfolds.
What we have taught in the last session is to work on drop-down, how actually in real time in most of the applications, how people will consider the drop-down values. Right. In the last session, what we have done, we have actually configured the drop-down values in a property level. Right. Whenever we have created a drop-down in a section, then we can define it in many ways. Last session we have saw how to define it on a property level. There are some disadvantages when you want to actually show the values on a property level, because what is happening, what are the disadvantages? Suppose suppose the drop down values are updating continuously or frequently within 1 hour or within 1 day or 1 week. If it is that much frequent, then it is not the best practice to update that one in a property level, because the properties will be checking in and will be deploying. Right? Whenever we want to update anything on the property level, we have to save as the property to highest tools at version again. And then again we need to deploy. And also every time the users will not have the control to actually modify it, because that is from a developer perspective, right? Users or business people cannot modify the changes. They need to depend on a developer's everything. That is not a good practice. Right? We will use these data types. You have the data types right. On the left side, you are also audible, right? Am I audible, right, Dalip? Yes. Any questions in the last session, Dalip? Like you got it right, what we have discussed in the last session. Yes, Suma. Now we'll see first of what we'll do. I will just ask you to configure the things, and then I'll explain you why we have done anything. You just observe the way we are configuring it, and I'll explain why we are doing it. Now you add it. Now you create one data type. Click on the top here and click on Add Data Type. Generally in every application the name will be like lookup for whatever the data type. Don't click on Submit whatever the data type they're creating for drop-downs. That will be like a drop-down or lookup to the data type they create as lookup values of a lookup values or drop-down values or drop-down in such a naming convention. We'll give a lookup description. You click on the description. I think it will come automatically. Click on Advanced. Click on it. Let's see the class structure. KKFUG, for cake order dash data dash lookup. Cake order rule set. Click on Submit. Is it mandatory to give this a lookup description, or you can give also other things? You can give any name, but generally people will you look up for a drop-down in this naming convention. They will give whatever the name you can give, but generally they will give in this manner. I'm talking to general way. You can give any name, whatever you want. Like you can give a list. Some people. Will you look up list or a drop-down list? Something. Now, if you click now, you have created one data type. You have created one data type. Now, if you go to the usage tab, second tab, you see resources once it is loading. Nothing is there to record. Nothing will be there. And if you observe, go to usage. Go to usage. See, you have just created a data type. You don't have any data pages. Nothing is there. Right. Everything is. Now what you have to do, see if you click on address to open address. Address is also one data type for address. You have added these properties. Similarly, you will add a properties for lookup also. Go to lookup and click on data model. You add like serial number. I'll tell you why we need. Field is like yes. And why you can add. Serial number, it is a text. And you had one more thing. Like you can add, like drop, like property value. Property. This text, also another, also I need submit, and then there is like category. Just submit. Now you have added three properties to this lookup. Lookup in that sense. Lookup is nothing but a list of data, list of drop-down value, drop-down. It's a data type name we have given as a lookup. Lookup data type now has three properties inside. For these three properties, we'll create a local data storage. Go to report. Click once again. Click on configure source. See the source. You are creating a local data. What is a local data storage is nothing but we are storing some kind of information in PEGA, not in a PEGA DB. This is a local storage. Local storage. You can understand local storage. See, we have two types of memory. One is a database memory and one is a local data storage. Local data storage is nothing but our storage which you can visualize from Designer Studio itself. You can make changes from Designer Studio itself. Suppose if you want to make any changes in database, what you will do, you will use activities write. obj open. This is a local data storage. Local data storage means you can actually make changes directly here by coming here and you can make a change or else you can write an activity also. Now key is there. See, every table must have one unique column. I have told you like the work table. Work table will have PYD as a unique key. We will do serial number as a key here. And you come down. Get a property value. You have come down. Generate. You remove customer data. Database is there. Generally remove customer data. You give PEGA data. This will be pointed to that one. Remove customer data. Because you can give customer data also. But sometimes what happens? You know to give customer data, you will get some errors. Sometimes you will get some errors. It's a good practice to give PEGA data. In your working environment also, you will be by default having customer data only here. In my application also, I actually gave customer data to one of the data type by actually forgetting it. And later on, you cannot make changes to this data type. It is very difficult. You need to delete everything. The class you need to delete. Data type the records, everything you have to delete. You have to revert back and then you have to again create all these things. Whenever you are submitting it here, be careful to give a PEGA data. What does this database signify actually? Actually, see, it is a local data storage, but yet at the very end point, it will also store in some kind of table on it in the background. That table will be pointed to this database. Customer data is also kind of database which PEGA is providing. But best practice is to use PEGA data. It is asking to generate single list and savable data pages. Whenever you click on submit, it will create these three databases automatically. Do you understand if generally savable is not required for us? If it is not required, you can remove that one, not the checkbox. You can remove the savable. You can remove. See, whatever you required, those things you can keep, and whatever is not required, you can remove those things. And you have selected serial number as a key. Correct. Now you can submit it. Now what will happen? It will create a local storage here. You can submit it. You can see submit. Then you provide the value. No. I think completely not deleted. Just a complete delete once. Submit. It will come. Oh, look up. Look up. Save. You give someone. It is not taking. Afterwards, we can delete. Once this is done, you can open that one and you can delete. Now you see here or how it is behaving. If you click on submit, it will here generate one table. Click. OK. Once again, don't do anything. It has created one table here. Right. This is a local data storage. This is like local data storage. You can import or export. If you have something in your Excel sheet, like if suppose you have countries and capitals, Excel, comma, separated values, those kind of thing. You can get it from online itself. Those things people cannot type right for 96 countries. You cannot actually type right. You cannot type it right. Those kind of table information will be there. Those information can directly import that information. Now you just click on add record. Serial number to give us one. That is the key. That is much more unique value and category. You give category as something like cake. You cake and property value. You can use some cake type like chocolate strawberry. You have given last time. And record. If you try to add a record with one, it will not accept you try to add. Because it is a key, right? Key must be unique. Category same, property value is different. Try to add. See, instance already exists. It is actually defining based on a serial number. It's not editable. Then you have to delete that record. Then you add on. You understand the significance of key. It will always ask for like unique value. I can add a key is like to do actually identify record. If suppose you want to pull out a record of red velvet, you have to pass key as 24BJ open. I also have another question. Now suppose instead of 2 rows we have added 3 rows. The serial number has to be in ascending descending or any order. It's fine. Serial number can be any value, but it has to be unique value. You can give 90 and you can give 100, whatever you want. You can give. And also you can do text values also, because serial number you have defined as text. I'll tell you why category is required. You have given it now. It will take anything you can give. But the thing is, it's not. It should not be like. It should not be duplicated. And I suppose, since I see the number is text, we can give any text value. Is sensitive. Sensitive? As in as much we love. You can give one. You can add one more record like 3 or something. Blueberry or some. It is because you have mentioned that property as a text, right? It will take, that is not an issue. Now what is happening here? Sonali is like you are creating one database records here. This will act as a database table. Now that database table is not local. Pegasus. Now if you go to the usage tab is there. Go to usage. See that date that previously there are nothing right now. Now click on the lookup list. Click on lookup list. This is the data page has created. You see the database. It will be created with one source as a report definition. What is the report definition? We have already discussed it. Report definition used to take the cards from database similar to OPG. Multiple, right? Correct. Multiple. A browser used to fetch multiple records from database. It is also similar to OP, a browser method in activity. If you open that report definition, click on that report. This report definition has already been is automatically created. It will automatically create it in the below classes. There, right. Look up what are the data type classes there in that class. It will create open that one. The report definition. Click on that. Now click on actions and run. Is there any filter? Come down and see. Mostly there will not be any filter. Click on actions. It's already running. I think I cannot see because now I can see it is pulling the values. Why only serial number 1 is not getting pulled? It has to pull. Now let's understand here what is happening. This is a report definition. Actually, report definition will fix the data from database. Right now, this report definition which it has created, it is pulling the data from our local data storage. Local data storage is also kind of database, but which we can modify directly. You understand? Any questions are confusing? See what is created a data type for the data type. You have created one local storage. Storage is nothing but database storage, but it will be in our PEGA system. We can directly visualize or we can directly modify without any third-party activities or tools. Like you will be having tools ready to modify database, like you will be having told you will be having for IKLDB. You will be having without having those tools. You can directly visualize the data here. Whenever you created a local data storage, what is happening? It has created 3 data pages. Now you have opened. You have opened one data page and you have run this source. Now you got the list of records which you have created here. You can actually run the data page itself. Click on action and you can run. No need to run the source. I have a question. Since this is a data page of list, write structure list. Because of this, it has by default set the data sources report definition. I mean, if that is right, or because if you open another data page, open another database, that source, that structure will be page, but still the source will be report definition. It's a lookup. I think it has modified previously how it used to be there. Go to data table editor report. Previously, it used to be like report definition only. No previous versions. But come down here records to retrieve. No. Go to data. Go to report definition. Come down. Previously here. What here used to be there is like, here you have display. You have display right in the bottom. It's a blank, right? Click on that blank. Here it used to be the left top rank and one you select top rank. And you click under the rows is there? No, not that one. Before that there is one checkbox. There it used to be. Like 1 means it will only retrieve one record, first record. No, I think they have updated with the lookup. Anything is fine. Previously it used to be like this. That means every time it will give only one record because it is a page type. See that the underscore lookup is there and this is lookup list. The underscore lookup is there, right? The underscore lookup is a page type. You open that one. This one is there, right? This is a page type. Previously, it used to be like here also the data table editor report. But of another kind, like it will be of one day there is to be one. But I think now they have modified with lookup. I feel. Correct. Anything is fine. Actually it will. Jen, it will. If you actually run this one, you will get only one record. Click on action and run. Because ideally this is a page type. Right? Pages means serial number is my number. It is asking. Whenever you pass, the serial number is 1. If you pass 1, because that is a key, right? You select the flush. You said now it's first time. Give it to run. I think one of first report, something happened. Actually first time, we added 2 entries just to check if duplicates are allowed only after that. Let's see, actually, generally it will. You have to get values. See, you forgave pass, you have passed a key here. Now what happened? What is the second value you have given? Second is some chocolate. I mean, see now, if you give some 4 or something, you have written it that before or something. If you give that key, it will fetch that record, strawberry. You have to control strawberry. See here, this is a list. See this a page type. You are getting only one record. Now you go and run that list type. You observe the difference. It was already there. This one. No list type. This is a lookup, right? No, this was a report definition. You have ran the report definition. Now run that data page. Right. Right. Lookup list right. Correct. Chances are on. No parameters. It will not ask for a parameter because it will pull all the record. Click on run. You can get results. Come down. Very low. Expand the page. You got all the results. One is not coming. We'll look into that after all. This is holding a list of items. Now that's why you got peaks results. Previous one is of one-on-one page. Why you are getting that one? This is all based on structure. Previous data page is a structure of page. It is pulling only one record. This is a structure of list. It will pull multiple records. Correct. From where it is pulling from report definition. See, whenever you run a data page, it will invoke a report definition in the background because the source is a report definition. Right? You have to look into the source for the page type. What is the source page? Look up. You understand. For our dropdowns, which suits the best, single record or multiple. Because we need to show all the like 3-4K details or 3-4K categories, which suits our requirement. Multiple report definition. Multiple report definition. Like it is a list type suits our requirement. Generally, what we will do based on our requirement, we will delete the other data pages. It's not required. We can delete it. We will delete this, lookup and all. We can delete it, or we have to stop moving those data pages to higher environments. Like if it is present in development, then it is not an issue. Better you take care while moving your code from one environment. You will be moving to next environment. Right. You have to take care for the first time. A product, if you take it, and that product will be deployed to other environments. You understand? Now what is happening? You have created a data type. You have created a local data storage. Now you have visualized things. It's what created automatically on those things which were useful to you is lookup list. Is this actually required? Now what is happening here is like go to your report definition. What definition is data table? Editor report is are required right now. You lookup list. You can close this one. Lookup. You can close this of no use. Now as of now I will add one filter conditions. You just add it. I will explain you what it will do. Check out. Check out because we're making changes. Filter is already first choice. Right. I'm not sure the nation you use some ARB anything. Somebody a caption you can. Caption is not required. You here, you can give a dot. You give, it will pull out the values. The drop. Dot category type. Is equal to Adam P must be captain. Category. I will explain you. What we'll do now? You go to top. You have parameters. You mentioned the category or the parameters that you're here. You do category same spelling. And you keep a data type as text. Description. You also description. Also, you can give the same thing. Something you can give in description. You save it. Now what your data page lookup list is a database. Now you're clear. You check out this one. You mentioned go to parameter step and you same. You mentioned the category. Description is also category. Stated type is string. That is good string. What are the definition? What are the definition? And you click on parameters in the source. You have parameters. No, in the source. Bottom of data tab. You have class and beside class. You have parameters. This one. Click on that. And you check that. Pass current parameter which is there. Now check and submit it. Give it. If you try to run this one, actions run. It must ask for parameter. It is asking you to give cake. Category is cake. Now you click on flush. Generally, best practice is to click on flush widely invoking every time, or sometimes it will give you previous data. You are getting the results. Pick results. You are getting like 3, 3. You are getting results. Now you go to your section. You have created one section right the previous day. Some go to your flow from flow action from flow action to section. This is the section that cake. You add one more thing below. Don't disturb that one. You previously have added right. You keep it as it is. Dynamic layout or. Instead that layout only, you can add one drop-down data capture text input. You can directly add text input and change the control. And this one. You can create a new property or create a new property like a new cake name something. Stop one is cake name, right? You can do like cake name 1 or something. When I stop down date, integer is even when any problem is there. No, this one. Create a new property, dot cake name 1 or something, some new cake name or something. No, you will not define anything on the property level. Create and open and open. Rightly right. It's a text only. The control you have changed. No, you save it. Nothing you can do here. You just save it. Just text input only. Text input. But you are overriding this control on that form, right? That is fine. Save it. See now, you are not defining anything on property level. Go to your section. Now, here you come into the down list sources, right? There you click on that one keep data page or report definition. Anything you can keep, but generally people will keep data page. If you keep report definition, we have to give name of that report. Definitely you have to give class and name. Class You have to give a name. You have to give us data table editor report. Data table editor report is our required report of name. Class is this one, right? But generally people will give data page. We will also give data page. Data page name. Click on down arrow D underscore. Look up list, right? See now what it is asking category. It is our grade category. You look at it in double quotes. You kick in a property for value. Property for value. Click on dot property value. Property for value can give you your property value because that holds that cake details thing. Right? We had same. You're gonna submit it. I will explain you what is happening. Submitted. Should I change the name? .cake1. No, it's fine. Save it. We just need those rubber. These are all we can do at any time date. The main core idea is like to understand how it is working. You will launch a portal, create a case and check that you're getting on drop down. Things are not. See, you are getting it. I'll tell you on the top also you will get. You click on the top cake name. There also will get two. But what is the advantage of giving it here? That is a main question, right? Why should we give it on this lookup table? Why should we give it on this local data storage? Why should we do this much of customizing when PEGA is providing you simply to provide on that property level? That is the first question. Why should we do this much of hardware click? You have to think right. Creating a data type, creating a local data storage. You have to think of which kind of database suits to you, and you have to pass a parameter of why all these things is required when you can directly given property level right. First thing is we'll check how actually you are getting a data here. That one I like to find you. And then I'll tell you the advantage. Go to your designer studio here. What you are doing? Go to a designer studio here. Open that cake. Name one. That's a problem. No, you have already in the second. Sorry, open this one. Open that property. That opening this. You are here at no, not this property. Open that window. In the section. What we have done here is like we have passed come down. We have passed the category as a parameter to our data page. Delete. You're following right, delete. Yes, we have passed the category as key to the data page. Now what is happening? Go to the data page from the data page. Parameter is nothing but a kind of filter. Parameter is nothing but a kind of filter. Now this database, that category cake, has been passed to this data page from this data page. You have checked the checkbox right parameter. You know we read that one pass current parameter page. Whatever the parameters are present, you passing that all the parameter to that report definition. Now what happens from that section? You have entered cake rate. That cake will pass it to this data page from this data page. It will be passed to that report definition. Now, if you open that report definition, from that report definition, go to query. Go to query. No, first tab is enough for a tab. I have clicked this. From that, the parameter is passing to this filter condition. This passed the filter that now parameter category value holds a cake. Parameter category is there that parameter category holds cake in the runtime. Right now, it will get filtered with the category called cake. Is report definition right? Now, for a better understanding, I would tell you, go to that data type. Is there right? Go to the data type. Data. The one more record. Two records. And one more record. Click on plus icon. Give one serial number like 3 and then category as some decoration item, some decorative decoration or some. Bell, some candle, and or you give one more record. Should I add? Some 2 records of 3 candle balloons, some splay or something. Now, after you have one more, you add. Now you save this one. Now you add one more drop down in the filter. Filter. You go to not in the filter section. You add one more drop, cancel this one. Add one more drop down because indirectly drag and drop a drop down, or you can add a text and change the control. Property. I have to again create one, probably decorative items or other items, something. Because also can create anything. Create and open. Save it directly. Keep it as a texture. Save it. This case no. Go to that place. Source as in data page. Yes, database and data code lookup. Lookup list. Under now category, you have to pass as decorite because this is a decorator item. You have to pass the categories decor. Right and then submit no. No you property for values there. Write that when you have to give click on dot. That's a property value, right? Property values. Submit it. Now you see, we can check, you can refresh that existing case. Now see, I will tell you the advantages. First, you understand how it is working based on a parameter which we are passing. That drop down values will come. It will come here. It's all. Parameter passing means you're filtering the items right based on category. You are filtering the items and you're showing on UI. Now, the main advantage of this functionality is go to the data lookup list or lookup. Click on actions on the top. This one or this one, click on actions here. See, you have delegate option, right? I'll tell you what is a delegate. See, you will have a rule delegation. Rule delegation is nothing, but you will open one production rules at lake. It is an unlock rule set. You just think that rule. Delegate is nothing but giving access to the user. I suppose you are. If suppose you are that back area owner. If the rule this data type is there, right? This data, you will get the access to this data type only. Right? You understand the delegation chain is nothing, but you are giving the access to that particular operator. Right? Do not the entire developer. Should you only this particular table, he will get access, right? You understand now, if you give the access to that operator, then what he will do, he can easily delete and add the items, right? If suppose you are an operator, suppose you are in a battery owner, you can easily delete. If suppose the cake called strawberry flavor has been completed, there is no strawberry flavor cakes available. You can simply delete the strawberry flavor, right? Then it will actually disappear from the screen itself, right? You understand? If you haven't temporarily deleted, I mean from the screen. Correct. If suppose you have defining drop-down values on a screen on a property level, what you have to do? You have to save as the property to highest. Because that is a rule that only developer should do, right? Those are all work instances. If you see that one, it has check-ins and check-outs. Right. This one doesn't have check-ins and check-outs. This is this one. This one doesn't have rule set version. Also, if you see it as only rule set, the cake order, right? It actually doesn't have rule set version, right? What it happens here is very easy to maintain. Only the users can itself make a changes. It will actually replicate on the screen. You understand what the main advantage. You click on it. You click on delegate. It will ask for some production rule sets and all that is all come delegate to access rule. Access group is nothing but to which operators your operator will be mapped to access group. Right? Right. Similarly, if suppose I am there. I'm a backer owner. I will be having one login credentials. My operator will be mapped to one access group. Right. That means in author or cake users, either of the users or business user, some access group. And then for particular that access group, only you will access to modify. If suppose you are a customer, I am a backer owner. My operator will be mapped to some. Owner access group. And delete operator will be mapped to some user access group. Right. Actually, the delete operator will not have an access to modify these tables. My access group is point. My operator is pointed to owner's access group. Right. Owners can actually modify this table. You see it is asking that manage data records means who can actually modify if suppose you have given users, click on users. It will ask for some title, some random title which is actually understandable by owner because they actually doesn't have this technical knowledge, right? They will give you some meaningful name and you will click on delegate. And how actually delegation happens, have actually the background process happens. That is all in C++ here. But the main idea of delegation is like to give an access to particular group of users. Right. The users can easily manipulate the data here. I get. Why we are in it is specifically access group only. We are providing that those users who is having access under this group, they can do the modification and they can manipulate. And also, if these are all changing frequency, they can simply come here and they can simply add or delete the record. Right? You understand it, why we are doing in this manner. Generally, you in many of the applications, suppose if you take a loan application will ask for much information, right? If suppose government has added one instruction like you can also take a loan on your mobile phones whenever you're purchasing, you can take. We generally will take the loans like on home loan, personal loan like education loan or vehicle loan. You can take personal loan and you can actually buy your mobile or whatever the one. But government has RBI has instructed the banks to give a loan and mobiles also. Because of many issues, like because of digitalization or because of some work from home or work from home people are reading or schools are all happening from home. Government has ordered to give a loan category for mobiles also. To add a loan type, people generally will not make all those changes in properties on both. They will have one drop-down table. In the table, they will modify simply one. Now one record they will add. You will get the configuration. Right. You understand, right? Any questions here? Because as a front-end user, they don't know exactly technically what is happening in front end. Only they need to do the modification and they will save it. On the back end, front end looks same as it is, but the back end is very different. Correct. See these things. No one will tell you. Whenever you go to your application, if you open any drop down, if you saw it is defined on any property or it is defined on data page, then you have to understand it. How actually they are getting a source of these properties. How actually they are modifying it. If suppose you are working in some production support application, they will tell you actually in production support, people will do these kind of issues also. They will take. If suppose any new enhancement came like to add one more thing in a drop down, first they have to understand from where the drop down values are coming. Are they coming from property defined value or what is the source? You have other sources also, right? Go to your section. Go to your section. I've already opened it. Here see, there are other sources also, right? You can keep report definition also. If you keep a report definition, also it will ask for parameter. You keep report definition. You give data table editor applies to class. You give it kf ebu data lookup. You can select that one. And if you click on down arrow, you will get the report. Definition data table data report. It will also ask for parameters category. Because in here, only in parameters we have defined as category. If I say multiple, then it will enter. It will ask for multiple. It will do multiple parameters. It will filter. And this value is for like mapping this value. Oh, category value. And sometimes what happens, you know this one we are hard coding it right, like in double quotes. We are hard coding it right. But we can also refer a property here, like suppose you have only one drop down. Suppose you have what? Suppose you have two drop downs. First drop down is like you can select cake or chocolate. Based on first drop down, you have to pass a category to second drop down. If you select cake, it has to display cakes in the second drop down. Or if you are selecting chocolate, it has to display chocolate values. Then what you will do in the first drop down, you will normally hard code the value, category value, and to the second drop down, you will set the property here. You understand? You will give dot and you will give that value. Whenever you collect cake in clipboard, it will be stored like cake, right? The cake will be passed as a category. Suppose if you are in India, it has to show India states. For actual dynamic referencing, you actually need not to hard code the value. You can actually pass a property dot like that. Any questions here? The leap, how we are passing it, the value. This one will no one tell you like this much things. Normally we are previously. You are adding here the direct value, right? Previously the first one. If you open and see, cancel this one. A property one or cake name one. Cake name, first one cake name. Previous is that property differently will be like as defined on property. And if you open that property, inside that property will have the information. If you open that property, inside this, you will have the value. You understand the difference, right? We are not defining anything on property. We are creating one generalized data source for entire our application. If suppose you have something like payment of something like you have to choose like a credit card, debit card. You know for that one what you will do. You will add in a lookup table like card info. You will add a category called card info. You will in property value will give credit for one thing and debit for one of them. Another thing. Yes, and actually to show that one on your way, you will pass card info as some parameter. National. Delete. Yes, different kind of parameter. We can add our application. We can manage our drop-down values from single table. That is the main. All our applications values can be categorized here. Right. Can I delegate or cancel this one? You can delegate, but actually we will again need to log in with users access to check and cancel. I mean there is no other user available. There is no other user. Anyway, you cannot say, but you understand the main purpose. It how to delegate. Not only the tables. You can delegate some decisioning rules and conditions also. We have this option to edit columns as well. If you add one more category, you can add a 2 to 2 filters. You can add. First of all, you need to add this one in the data model that you can get. First, you have to create one prop. Go to data model. Here, you have to add it and then you have to add the column. Record. I think refresh. I think you have to click on. I can modify the values as well. Actually, there is no record for one. That's why it was not showing. One I think could have deleted. That is not an issue, but main idea. who understand why we have given serial number. Serial number acts as a key. And the way to identify unique records, we have given serial number per category. We have given category. We have property to show what values to come in a drop down. We have created property value. Any questions till now? Is this fine? This is good only today. And then another thing is a someone, just I wanted to note this one. Like whenever we are adding any record here directly. And instead of adding here, if you are importing, the same impact will be there, because normally what is happening, suppose you can do one. You just export this one, suddenly export. This is fine. Where are you delete all the records here? Really important. No. You can go to Excel sheet. CSV. You click on the bottom. Who has updated, who has created, who has modified, at what time. Everything it will show. Here also you can add right here. Also, you can add an egg in here to import it. Again, you have to import. If suppose you have only one or two data elements, then you can directly add it there. You have some hundreds of records in one. Next and you can copy those sheets into one CSV format and you can import it. While you are importing, it will show you have these many duplicates. You have these many things, duplicates is there. Do you want to replace or do you want to bypass? Like you want to replay. It will actually replace that existing one. Here we have many columns, right? But in the table we have just category a serial form. It will show only the main things. At the time of importing, we should have all these exported columns or it's not required. Not required. Whenever you're importing it, it will check for and the import is also now changed. Previously, import used to be very simple. Now there is much thing, almost complex, like much advanced it became. Go on and click on import. It is asking it, is it became like a wizard, now some kind of wizard. Click on import. It will be see this choose one file. The same file you can choose. You can click on the add or update. You can click on next. It will give the count also. If I'm not wrong, these many records are there. See serial number. It is asking serial match existing records by. It is asking key serial number. See map to 4. Skip put 10. It is saying we have to select it. We can select it. No. I think this is the value, whatever you have showing in the front end. The database it is showing we can go for next. You can directly click on next, but it's for your information. If you want to make any modifications, you can do it. It has become very advanced. Previously this move. See, yes, we can go now next. Start validation. Yes, valid a road. How many roads we are doing? We are. The current validation status, only it will show the details. Alright. Continue import. Continue import. What do we do it here? Here it will show if any mismatch or any duplicate records or something. Here it will say like it is 0. City cards added is 0 because of you not get any new records because the existing records and you have imported right. Yes, you will not get any new record. Can under rows failed. You see if suppose some key is missing. It will get as rows failed again. Rows failed category. If you click on finish you may not find any change. It's the same record only. You understand? You can import also, but import has also no from 8 or 8.2. It became like this visit. Previously, it used to be very simple, but now it was changed a lot of things. Got it right. Now today what we have covered? We have created one data type. We have created local data storage. We have verified this data page. We have created the PEGA has created a data page report definition. We have passed the parameters to report definition. We have added a record to this, our local data storage, and we have visualized the data on a screen. Any questions till now? Nothing? Fine, right. Now tell me which topics do you need? Like this is what I have planned. But if you have any questions on any other topics, like for deployments, you have anything on product file creation or any other questions, if you have, you can ask me. Yes, normally I wanted to know, like someone. I don't know it is in course or not out of syllabus, but normally this product file. During our deployment and all, directly here how you are getting. I mean suppose you are adding any rule set or adding any newly changes. In that cases like how from where we will get directly the product file. I mean from here or anything. Let me tell you. Products file is used for deployment. Yes, we will be developing a code in our dev environment and we will move the code to QA or UAT or prod ST or production, right? For migrating a code from one environment another environment, we require this product file. Once a product is created and once it is deployed, it will go ahead to hire an environment. You know, first thing, before creating a product, you have to understand there are two types of rules in data. One is data instances. One is a rule instance data. Instances are these kind of data types. You have this data type. You saw it. There is no check-in and check-out. The data type lookup doesn't have check-in and check-out. This is a data instance which rules doesn't have check-ins and check-outs are called data instances. If I show you a few more roles which doesn't have check-ins and check-outs, you click on data type, you click on records. Records, click on system admin, I think. You see you have that. I forgot that dynamic system settings. We have some people. Then you'll see dynamic system settings. You open one record here. Anything you can open. See, this is one data instance. Data instance means you doesn't have check-ins and check-outs. You have two types of. First thing is like your rule instances. Second thing is like data instances. You see the properties, the activities, the report, definitions. These are all rule instances, like rule instances in the sense the class is started the rule dash. All the activities will be under a class called rule object activity. Rule dash ob dash activity. Don't get confused. You just simply understand like we have two types of rules. See, everything in PEGA is called a rule, right? We have already discussed this thing. Data type is a rule, data transform is a rule, activity is a rule, report definition is a rule. Everything is called rule. Now these rules are of two types. One is data instances, one is rule instances. Whenever you're creating a product file, adding rule instances to the product file is very easy. Adding rule instance to a product file is very easy. Now let's see how to. And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.